When Pope St. John Paul II came for the first time to America in 1979, Mass at Yankee Stadium, this was the gospel he used. So I guess he figured Americans had a particular need to hear this gospel. You know, the richest country in the world, and there are plenty of beggars at our doorsteps. Just the recently arrived immigrants from Texas, you know, for example. Happy to say that people have responded well to them. But it's really important to get the message here that our hearts should be open and not selfishly focused on ourselves. Notice that the rich man has no name. He's just called rich man. In Latin, dives, so you might have heard him called dives, which just means rich in Latin. Because if you're just a rich man or a rich person, you don't really have any other identity. And big deal. Who are you really? What's your true identity, your unique personhood? It's not being rich. Come on. We acquire all these false self-definitions. So I'm a professor of this, or I'm rich that, or I'm whatever, instead of discovering who we really are, which is in relation to God and to one another. And all this imagery, you know, we shouldn't be taking this literally. The heaven is not literally the bosom of Abraham, unless you develop that theme, any more than it's standing around, you know, in white garments and waving palm branches. It's all symbolic here. We can't be interpreting this literally any more than we did, unfortunately, for so many centuries, the Garden of Eden story, for example. Taking that literally. Nonsense. So, one of the symbols here, which is really powerful, is this chasm that's been erected. So this wasn't created by God as some kind of punishment. God doesn't create hell, we do. So, what the chasm is was created by the rich man already during his life. A huge chasm between him and everybody else. He's off dining sumptuously every day, and there's no connection with the beggar at his door or with anybody else in need. So he can't cross over. That's his problem. It's not geographic. It's in the heart. And if there's suffering, the flames that he speaks of, again, you know, God doesn't create these. You know, this is a symbol of the fact that all the energies of the universe are contrary to the way he lived and the way he is. And that's really painful when you've got no body to shield yourself from that anymore. Because, as Teilhard de Chardin famously remarked, the fundamental energy of the universe is love. The fundamental energy of the universe is love. And how could it not be? Because it's created by a God who is love. So if love is the whole sweep of the universe, and you live contrary to that, that's going to be a torture when there's nothing to shield you from it. So we've got to see more clearly here. So who are we really then? Well, we're love. We are a reflection of love, and we're an incarnation of love, and we're destined for love. And that light that's spoken of in the second reading. You notice just prior to this passage in the second reading today, there's a pretty powerful section in that letter to Timothy, you know, that says we should be content with, you know, food and shelter. People who want to be rich are falling into a temptation and a trap and into foolish and harmful desires which bring people down to ruin and destruction. Wow, that's a pretty powerful statement. And then it says, the love of money is the root of all evil. You've heard that famous phrase, right? Obviously not love of money itself, but greedy, self-regarding, self-defensive behavior that's all ego-focused is the root of all evil, and often becoming rich is a manner of expressing that. But if we allow ourselves to expand to our true identity, then it's a light that shines to the whole universe. Notice at the conclusion of the second reading today where it says that God dwells in unapproachable light. Well, in Christ we approach it. We're transfigured into it. We're created in and as that light, and we reflect that light, and we're destined for that light, which is love. That luminous love, which is God. It says no person, no human has seen or can see. Because you're not looking at it. It's not an object to see. That's why you can't see it. You're it. You're transformed into that light. You become it. You don't see it. The beatific vision is not something you look at. It's something you are as you're transformed into God through Christ. Thomas Merton had one of his most famous passages is about this. When he perceived on 4th and Walnut in Louisville, these brilliant, blazing points of light that were everybody, not just the saints, everybody had this brilliant, blazing light at their center. It's the very poverty of God, the presence of God, as he says, in each one. And if you could just see that blazing, they'd all come together like billions of suns, he says, to form a conflagration so great that no human cruelty can enter into it. So that's the blazing light that we are, and we're called to be a luminous, expansive, infinite light of love and joy and peace. And you're going to live contrary to that? Really? That's hell. In this world and the next. But if we just allow ourselves, like light and fire and life, to expand, to let go, to share, to be in relationship, to stop erecting chasms of all sorts, political or social or whatever, religious, racial. There are no chasms in God. It's all a luminous, interconnected light, a network of light that's infinite. And that's the universe reflecting that. So let's get in touch with who we really are and be it. Because there's no chasm, no separation between us and our neighbor. We should let that light shine with no obstruction.